I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Allison Na.
Bang, bang, boom.
Allie is someone that you don't forget. She's obviously beautiful, she's driven, definitely not someone who sits on the sidelines. Whether it's a goal she has for her career, something she wants out of her personal life, you can always count on her to make it happen.
Even at that young age, and we're talking 3 or 4 years old, this was a great indication, if you will, of Allison being confident, the person who was happy to make decisions for herself, thank you. And she was also showing her very early sense of fashion as well, so.
She is incredibly loyal and thoughtful. When you're with her, she'll make you feel like you are the most important person in the world.
Tae moved to New York City. He took a job in an entertainment company that manages music artists. It's my assumption of what he does. I actually don't know. So.
Mother lover, you gon' love this. Graduated from a rebel to a revolutionary in my area, they love this. I'm a wreck it like I'm revving the engine, heaven's ascension.
But Tae worked super hard and became successful at it. Most people follow the safe path in life and don't chase their passions. And Tae did that, and I'm super proud and inspired for that.
Yeah, it's the Miggity Mac, milking the mic. I don't think I'm giving it back. Living unlimited winnings, that's a limited fact. I'm mastered this, ain't no coming after this. Resurrected from the dead like Lazarus.
Tae is simply a great guy. He's thoughtful and respectful of what both he and Allie bring to the relationship, and as demonstrated by the presence of so many longtime friends. And in my experience with him, Tae's a gentleman.
I'ma pour me the juice. I got the juice now. I got the juice now.
But it wasn't just Tae's happiness that I noticed, but also that he was intentionally working on himself. Trying to become more patient, caring, a better person. I know that's something that he had found the person that he wanted to spend the rest of his life with.
It was 2010 when I first met a guy named Tae. I don't remember the exact day or place or what we talked about, but I do remember how I felt about you.
Sometimes I feel out of place.
You always left me wanting more. More laughs, more never-ending chats, more admiring of your adorable face.
And sometimes
the joy and happiness you bring me is unlike anything I've ever experienced. I now have the privilege of spending each day with you, and every morning I'm always so happy I get to spend yet another day filled with Tae.
water on my skin, it feels like being born again. It feels like learning how to stand, if standing was.
With Tae growing up in South Korea and Allie spending part of her childhood in Japan, they were a mere 2-hour flight away from each other on the other side of the world. As we look back on their lives and their path to this day, it's almost as if there has been an invisible string tying the two of you together.
Tae, we couldn't imagine a better match for Allie. You truly balance each other out so well, and we are so happy that you two found your way back to each other.
You've taught me to love deeply and with my whole heart, and that it's also safe to do that. You've taught me and shown me you'll always be there for me, even when I may not be able to be there for myself.
It was November of last year, and you were finally scheduled
to have surgery for pain that you've been dealing with for months and maybe even years. It was right before Thanksgiving, and I'll never forget how cold the air was on our way to the hospital, or how nervous I was, even though I kept telling myself that I can't show that in front of you. I remember rushing over and even arguing with the receptionist because she wouldn't let me in to see you quick enough. There you were, in the most vulnerable and fragile state I've ever seen you in, tears rolling down your face when you woke up and saw that I was there.
So I am passing on Mama Rita's little cross.
Allison, I promise that no matter what challenges life may throw at us, I will always be by your side and on your side through it all.
It feels like being born again. It feels like learning how to stand if standing once. It feels like finally jumping in. It feels like running with the wind. It feels like learning how to stand if standing was flying.
As the years go by, just try to remember that a perfect marriage is just two imperfect people who refuse to give up on each other.
At this final stage of the Paebaek ceremony, the groom will do some push-ups as a demonstration of his devotion and strength and his ability to take care of his bride for the rest of her life.
I know I've always joked with you that the happiest day of my life will be when the Minnesota Vikings win the Super Bowl. But I really do mean it when I say every day spent with you is the happiest day of my life. I love you, Allison.
I am so honored I can finally call myself your wife and Mrs. Na. Here's to the beginning of getting to spend forever with you, and that when forever is over, I know I'll just want to do it all over again. I love you.